is Brandy Chanell, and if you are new to my channel, here on this channel we talk about everything from hair to you to makeup to fashion to pretty much all things beauty and lifestyle. So if you haven't already, don't forget to press that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can join the notification gang. And let's get on with the subject matter at hand. Alright guys, it is 2020, but I want to tell you guys about a trip that I took back in February 2019. I will leave an iCard above of packing for my mission trip, as well as another video associated with my mission trip, but this is kind of the conclusion of the series of my very first mission trip. I went to Honduras. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is just the top 10 things that I either learned or suggestions that I want to give to you if you're planning on going on a mission trip. Tip number 1 is pack light. I actually ended up re-wearing a lot of the items maybe like every other day. So definitely be sure to pack light, because you may think you need all these things, but in actuality you're gonna wear the same outfit pretty much all day long. Second thing is learn about the culture. Wherever you're going, whether it's somewhere in Africa, somewhere in Asia, somewhere here in America, just learn about the culture of the city and the country that you're going to. That can give you a background about the people that are there, kind of learned about, you know, what their needs are. My church, they sent us a lot of information prior to going on the trip. They sent us like how many people are in the village that we went to, how many toilets they had. Like they got really granular with the information, so it was good to kind of have a background of, and we can kind of set the expectation of what the place is going to look like when we go there, and we can kind of research and just know a few things so we can be familiar with the people that we're gonna meet. Tip number 3, learn the language. So if you're obviously going to a country that doesn't speak the same language as you, it's imperative that you learn at least a few little things like hello, goodbye, and thank you. I just think it's out of respect for the people that you're going to see, just to learn and know a little bit of their language as well. Number 4, dress modest. So for us, we went to a village that was mostly comprised of women, but we also dressed modestly just out of respect of the people. The people there were actually wearing regular clothing, t-shirts, shorts, whatever, but we decided to be more modest and just cover up out of respect. So if you're going somewhere, again, this goes back to doing your research. Just if you're going with a group, you know, I would ask them, if they don't say it up front, like what kind of clothing you should bring. It's always best to dress a little more modest. And if you have tattoos, I mean, some places it's cool to wear tattoos, some places not. Just, I would ask those kind of questions before packing for the trip. Number 5, you don't have to know the Bible to go on a mission trip. So this one is huge for me. Obviously, I read out of the Bible, but I'm going to be 100% honest. I cannot recite things out of the Bible word for word and let you know what book and what verse it's from. Or I can paraphrase things out of the Bible, but I don't know them word for word. And I feel like a lot of people kind of shy away from mission trips because they're like, well, I mean, what can I minister to somebody if, you know, I don't even know this stuff myself? Completely not necessary. And just know that when you're going, if you're that kind of person like me, where I kind of felt insecure because I'm like, I don't know all these Bible verses, I don't know all these things, but I know that by just being here and being present is a gift enough in itself, and the Lord would just be around and fill the place. And that is absolutely what happened. Tip number 6, being present. Being present and being in the moment was the best gift I feel that could have been brought and given, if that makes sense. So for me, just having the people there, they were teaching us things, we were teaching them things, just conversing with them, just loving on them, and also getting that same love back was just amazing, and it was a gift in itself. So just knowing, just by being there, you don't have to, you know, feel like you're gonna heal the world, because let's be honest, in 1 week, you're not gonna make a huge impact on the world. Yes, we helped that village, but at the same time, I mean, there's still gonna be poverty in the world. So you just go in with the notion of, I'm just here for this week, and I'm gonna try to make the best impact and learn as much as I can about myself as well while I'm here. Tip number 7, reverse culture shock. Reverse culture shock is totally something that I experienced probably before I even left. One of the mantras that we told ourselves is be grateful, not guilty. Because if you're especially going into any place, whether it's here in America or you're going some faraway country, feeling guilty about the things that you have may cross your mind. So for me, reverse culture shock was a huge thing. Like, I got back and I was like, I just can't believe that I complain about like the smallest things, where we went to this village and like they didn't even have toilets in their, like, running plumbing in their homes, or they don't have toilets, you know what I mean? So it's just like, just the very smallest things. And then you go right outside the village and then there's, like, you know, grocery stores and stuff like that. So it's just the difference and disparity was not shocking, but just getting back home and realizing how blessed you are to have a roof over your head and to walk into a store within, you know, not even a mile from you, and just have all this food everywhere. It was just very, it was almost like sad and depressing to come back home, because it was just like, people are out there hurting and I'm just not living, not that I live lavish or anything like that, but it was just, it's undescribable how you feel, how you can feel. Not everyone in our group felt this way, but I came back and I was just like, I'm so happy that I was able to have this experience, but at the same time, like, I'm really sad because it's 2020 and people are still living without electricity and I mean, it sounds silly because people in America live the same way, but even still, that's shocking to me that people are living without just the bare necessities of life, and it just makes you be grateful for what you have, if that makes sense. Oh. Tip number 8, start fundraising early. So if you're going on a mission trip to where you have to raise, I think for us it was like $2,000. Luckily I was able to raise all my money. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, family and friends. I would say as soon as you accepted into the mission trip group, I would say start fundraising. One of the ladies did a GoFundMe page, send out emails to people. I created a video to send to my family and friends and you guys. So I would say start fundraising as early as possible and God will handle the rest. Tip number 9, love is universal. Love is universal. To me, it was just the very last day, the kids in the village and some of the families came and they kind of threw a little fiesta for us. And it was really cool to just kind of finally everybody at that point, we had kind of gotten to know the ladies there in the village, and they kind of let their hair down and they were just, not literally, but you know, everybody, the walls were broken down and we were just we had really bonded over the week. And some of the ladies gave us gifts at the end and kind of said a little speech, and then they would give one person a gift and the next person would come up and they give them a gift. And one of the ladies, she was just like, she never thought in her entire life that she would ever have a house with floors in it. And when she said that, I lost it. Like, it's so crazy to think that because I don't have any footage of the way the homes looked, but they were houses that there's no carpet or no flooring at all. It literally was a house that was built on the ground, dirt, pigs coming in and out of the house, chickens coming in and out of the house. Babies don't wear diapers because they don't have diapers there, you know, so if the baby has to go pee, they usually end up just peeing on you. So, I mean, it was just the wildest things, but yet they were still so happy and they were showing us so much love. We thought that we were going there to show them love, and they were in return, not even in return, but they were just so welcoming, and it was just, you could just feel the love in the air. It was amazing. And tip number 10, take lots of pictures. I wish I had taken more pictures. I'll do a little montage over here of some of the pictures that I took, or that were taken for me, or that were taken. But this was definitely a trip of a lifetime, and I hope that I'm able to go on another mission trip maybe a few years from now. But it was definitely a trip of a lifetime, something that will forever change my life. And just whenever I'm feeling, which it sounds silly to say, but I mean, But like whenever I'm feeling down, I just think back to like the faces of those kids that were just so excited to see us every day at Vacation Bible School. And it was just an amazing experience. So I say definitely take a lot of pictures and capture the moment as best you can. Alright guys, that is it for my top 10 things that I learned or tips that I wanted to share with you guys about my mission trip to Honduras. I have a blog post on this and I will leave the link to the blog post in the description box below so you guys can check that out. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Talk to you guys later. Bye!